Hey yo, see if you can follow me, right? I was sitting up here thinking, I was high as hell, so I started thinking. But see if I can catch myself. I was thinking about like the it factor, the God, like what is God, blah blah blah, right? The old classic, the mystery of God shit. And I go, yo, I can't imagine God, right? My imagination isn't vast enough. It can't possibly hold an image of God. So humans just had to settle for themselves as like a landmark or uh, a small miniature version throughout time, right? Or humans have looked up at the stars, they made that God. Right? Or in the eyes of their lover, they made them gods or God. And I go, yo, yo, what if God is like a kid? There are a few movies that depict this. There are a few. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think it might have been on Troy. I could be wrong. Maybe on Pitch Black, or maybe I'm thinking of something else, like the Chronicles of Riddick. Nah, maybe not. But movies like, there's been movies throughout time, I'm sure, where they depicted God as like the child. And that level of irony has always been thought-provoking to me. Right? So like, back in the days, I used to ask people like, yo, if you were to meet God, like, would you like have some serious shit to say? Or would you just crack a joke? And I think even that question has layers to it. Because number one, don't you have to be dead first to meet God? I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't know. But I think you got to be dead first. Okay, so you're not gonna have a fucking mouth. So you ain't gonna be able to say shit if we're going with that. Right? Just muse me. I'm just musing. Just muse me. Right? And so that question in and of itself is faulty. So just by answering it, it kind of begs more questions. Just if you even answer the question. So that's kind of like unfair. That's kind of like a trick question. No bullshit. But it's a trick question by accident. So that's one reason. So that's number one. And number two, the answer you do choose is also going to say a lot about. It's going to speak to one of the human curiosities that I have as to why do we want that responsibility? Like why would any of us want the responsibility of God? Why would anybody want that? So if you say, yeah, I got some serious shit out, I want to know why you did this. Why? I think the 90% of the world probably would pick I want to ask him some shit, as opposed to like, yeah, I'll probably just crack a joke or something like that. Just laugh. Just laugh with God. Just like have a chuckle. And the whole thing about like imagine God just being a kid. Like you meet God, like you die, wow, or well, damn, why I gotta be getting shot? Damn, that's deep. That in and of itself is deep that I'm black, and I fucking use an example of meeting God, so you have to die first, and then I went with the getting shot example. Damn, I feel exposed. I'm so sorry. I feel I'm embarrassing my people. Okay, I'm sorry, but imagine like you die, right? And it's time now. Like you somehow like your spirit knows. Okay, your spirit is trying to like prepare you in a sense. Like you die, you meet yourself for the first time. Like you see yourself laying there. Like and your spirit is like telling you like, all right now, I gotta prep you because you about to meet God, right? You about to meet God. Like you're about to meet the creator of everything. Everything? Like everything as in everything that ever existed and that ever will. You're about to meet the one. You're about to meet God. Like this is kind of a big deal, right? So your spirit is like trying to prep you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when you get there, don't look God in the eyes. Number one, don't. Okay, like it's like preparing you, like for real. So like you're probably feeling like, I don't know, who knows what the fuck that even feels like. First of all, we still here. So who knows what death, not only death is, because it ain't about the death part, because death is just a part of life. But after that, who knows what the hell that shit is and what it's going to feel like. Can you feel anything? What are you seeing? Because if you don't have a body anymore, your brain, the role that your brain plays, don't anymore. It don't have to. So now it's just pure mind, or it's just pure whatever, the pure spirit, whatever. Who knows what the hell that shit is and what that's going to be like. So now this is the funny part. So you meet God, bow. Now, you just hearing that phrase, you meet God, that's where your imagination cuts off. Try it. Okay, you imagine you meeting God. What pops into your head when you the scenario of you meeting God? What do you imagine? You can only imagine shit. You can only associate it with other shit that you've seen in your life, right? The furthest you can go probably is like a movie of some creature, right, or some like weird being. But you don't even know what that means when you say that. Imagine what a weird being would be. It would consist of things that aren't weird. It probably would be a weird combination of things that you already know. So that's probably like the furthest you can go in terms of your imagination and imagining God. But let's just we can stop there because we can't go any further after. All right, imagine you meet God. Now what? You're face to face, if a face is even what that is, with the creator of everything. Literally. If we're going by, the classic definition of what God is and who God is and what he did or what she or it, whatever, because God is just God. I like to think God ain't a person. I like to think God don't have the same attributes as I fucking do. I'd be disappointed if I met God and I was like, oh, unless it was a little kid. If it was a little kid, like, all right, that's what I can imagine. That makes the most sense to me. That makes more sense to me than a creature, than some weird looking shit. That what makes sense if I were to meet God, my brain, the furthest my brain can literally go is it being a kid. Like a 6-year-old. Like one of that, like at that stage where they real, like where they kind of bad for real. Or like, that's when they first start, like, what I'm saying? Like trying to like gather themselves, but they kind of already gathered enough to have some sort of like genius to them. Like they like genius by default. Like kids at that 6, 7, 8. I have a daughter, so I know this. They 6, 7, and 8 between. That's when the genius shit is like really, really there. That's when they meet their genius, right? So that's the furthest my brain can go in thinking about, answering that question first of all, which is, yeah, if you were to meet God, would you have some serious shit to ask him, like, why do you allow these things to happen? Or would you just crack a joke? And just the question itself is troubling because your brain can't calculate something that is unable to be determined. The human part of you can't humanize that. Because that means in order to humanize something, you have to conclude it. It has to be beginning, middle, end. That's how we understand shit as humans. But what happens when there's nothing? I've said this in a couple afterthoughts ago where I said it's hard to fathom what nothing is. This is kind of what I'm talking about. The closest thing I can fathom to what nothingness is a kid's mind, almost, in a sense. So I just thought that was a funny thought. I wanted to share it. I don't really have nothing to say about me personally. Y'all know what's good with me personally. Whoever the fuck y'all is. I know a couple of people that subscribe to me that's like my brothers and real fucking friends in real life. But outside of that, I don't know who the fuck y'all is. Because I don't know where this internet shit is going. I don't know if in 100 years any of this shit is going to matter. So I guess for the time, I'm just like turning up right now. Why I still can turn up. Why I still have my strength. Why I still have my energy. I'm just turning up and I don't give a fuck. And it's up. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I mean? Like for me personally. You know what I mean? Now when it comes to calculating the mysteries and all that other shit that I be on, all the weirdo shit that I be on, because, you know what I'm saying? It's weirdo vibes forever. And not creepy weirdo vibes, but the weirdo that society deem as a weirdo because they are truly themselves. That's what it is with me. So that can be the end of my whole personal shit. But I would like to know what side of the fence you fall on. Does your imagination extend beyond the thought of, okay, you're I don't want to say face to face, because I just admitted to myself and to quote unquote y'all that I don't want God to be a person necessarily. I don't want God to have the similar attributes as me. I think they said in the Bible at some point that God's voice sounded like 1,000 oceans or something like that at once. And I do remember the story of I think Moses when he's on a mountain or something like that, and he's meeting with God, and like the people down on the mountain sort of heard God's voice and they freaked the fuck out and they was like, yo, Moses, tell God, please don't talk. Don't talk because that shit is going to kill me. I can't hear that shit. So that, if the Bible say that the God's voice sound like 1,000 oceans, imagine one ocean. One ocean is already like, okay, I'm kind of uncomfortable on this boat. Oh, there's no land. Oh, you look out and it's just all water. There's no land. And you on a fucking boat. Yo, dumbass. That's what I would be thinking. Like, why the fuck am I out here? Why the fuck did I get on this boat? Nigga, all I see is water around me, nigga. Like, it ain't no land. Like, I'm a land being, nigga. No. Unless we in Atlantis chilling or some shit. Nigga, why am I on this bitch? That's what I be thinking about. And you know what? I hate planes. I'm putting it out there right now. I don't fuck with planes. I don't like getting on them hoes. I hate it. Every time I get on the plane, I hate it. Every time I'm up there, I'm like, bro, it ain't even about the thought of it crashing. Because if the bitch crashed, nigga, it's over. Ain't nothing I can do, nigga. I'm gonna just try to, like, meditate on the way down type shit. I'm gonna just try to get comfortable. because it's death is coming on swift feet, nigga. It's inevitable. We here? It's happening. Chill out, accept it, and it's over. Close my eyes on impact. That's it. It ain't even that. It's more so when I'm up there. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, but y'all know what it is, y'all, quote unquote. When I'm up there, I'm like, bro, why? I instantly have the thought, humans are not supposed to be up here, dog. I'm not supposed to be seeing this shit. All this like heavenly shit that I'm seeing up here, like this otherworldly shit. Why am I seeing this? And niggas is talking about going to different planets. Nigga, you crazy than a motherfucker. Nigga, I'ma stay right here on land. Nigga, I'm a earth sign, nigga. The fuck is you talking about? Like, I'm on earth with the shit. You know what I mean? Like, physically, nah, nigga, I'm here. What are you talking about? Y'all can go ahead, go to Mars. Yeah, go. Oh, you gonna go to Jupiter? You trying to go to Saturn too? Oh, okay. Like, humans can barely accept the planets on Earth as like real things. They have to put it in a theoretical box, or they got to put it in some form of like psychology in order for like some random motherfucker with some weird name can like put it in a fucking tube and study it, so he can try to say he created some shit. In order for humans can barely digest the shit on Earth. We can barely digest our mysteries here on Earth, my nigga. You talking about going to Mars and shit? Go ahead. But every time I'm on the plane, I had that thought, like, bro, what the fuck are we doing up here, dog? For real. But no, that's it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me bullshit for a minute. Yeah, man. What is art therapy? Confess or suppress? See you later.